St. John's is definitely a part of our family, and I think will always be a part of our family.
We're a busy family, and being able to have the Center for Generations at Kylie's work just made us feel great, made us feel comfortable that, the kids were right there whenever, she wanted to see them, and they're, very inclusive with the working atmosphere there as well too. And then just the reputation of CFG and, how important it is to the community.
I have known the Hartsey family since before both Kennedy and Madden were born. I was Kennedy's teacher as when she was a late 3-year-old, early 4-year-old. Fun little girl, very spunky, very girly at the same time, loved all things pink, loved things sparkly.
Kennedy was attending Center for Generations. She loved it, had so many friends. I think she was in the 3-year-old room when we found out that we were pregnant with Madden. That was fun for her to go to school and talk about that and know that one day her brother would be there as well and get to see him in the hallway. He was born April 8th, 2020, healthy as can be at that time. And before we even got off maternity leave is when Madden was diagnosed, and he was diagnosed with biliary atresia. And it's where you're born without the bile ducts that are connected from your liver to your intestine. So it's essentially ruining your liver, and you usually can't see the symptoms until 1 to 2 months old. And that's when our doctor at our 2 months appointment was able to tell. And that day was a long, crazy day. The appointment was at 8 a.m. By the end of the night, we were in Aurora, Colorado, ready to see the doctor at Children's. After we got done with the last tests and meeting with his doctor, we all were in the car, just quiet, shocked. What are we gonna do? Started going into panic mode. This trip was the initial one, and we knew the longest it could be would be about a week, and so we were comfortable leaving. And St. John's was really great because my mom, she was able just to step in and do the drop-off, pick-up, and they have the Hi Mama app, which is really nice because I could tell when my mom dropped her off or picked her up and what kind of day she had.
Yeah, and we just thought it was really important, as we were going through that, and obviously our daughter being very young at the time, to keep her in a normal routine, not completely shock and stress her with, all the things that we were going through with Madden's diagnosis. So we ultimately made the decision of, it'd be best for her to continue her normal routine at CFG, have grandma help where we can, so we can, really give our full attention and our effort to our son, who's, obviously battling a new disease we found about.
To support Madden and his family during his health journey, we just tried to be there in any way that we possibly could for them. As far as Kennedy went, we just tried to keep things normal for her. We tried to let her be, a typical 4-year-old and, just worry about her 4-year-old things and not have to, feel the burden of the health concern on her brother.
So for biliary atresia, there is not a cure. There is a procedure that you can do, and the earlier you do it, the better the outcome. It's called a Kasai. So Madden had that done at 62 days old. We were in the hospital at Children's for a couple of days, and then we're able to come home. From there, you just have to have multiple labs drawn, multiple telehealth with the doctor to see how it's going, because it takes about 3 months for them to see if that procedure failed or it will work for a while. Usually, no matter what, the end result is a liver transplant. So we went back home. He started CFG at 3 months old. Then came the process of working with Children's back and forth, and then working with Center for Generations. I remember having to do telehealth with Madden and his doctor in Denver, and I would go check him out from CFG, and we'd go use the office down the hall, so we didn't have to leave work. We didn't have to interrupt his day. After a few months, the doctor had decided the Kasai did not work and he would need a liver transplant. So then we started going through that process. During that time where we're planning for this big transplant, this big event, and we're watching Madden get sicker and sicker by the day, we had Center for Generations behind us the whole time.
We had t-shirts designed by a family member of one of the employees, and they said Mighty Madden. We as employees all purchased a shirt, and most of the families also purchased shirts for their kids. All the money then went to helping pay medical bills for the Hartsey family.
Seeing that picture, why our son was in a 12-hour-long surgery, was amazing. You felt like everybody was right there with you and just praying and hoping for the best. And that was just one of the many things that they did to help. The other thing is every year they have an art walk, and they called this one, I think, the Mighty Madden Art Walk, and all the proceeds went to Madden's medical expenses and our travel expenses.
You know, one of the things that we hoped for when we got the diagnosis and we, finally understood all the things that Madden was going to have to go through is, we wanted him to have normal milestones. We wanted him to have, all the joys of raising children that you have, such as, first steps. And, how special the CFG facility is in the playground, that, he had one of those key milestones amidst all the other challenges that he faced. Getting that video from the team at CFG and seeing him take his first steps, makes it even more impactful and incredible. And, we just hope that, there's more opportunities like that for all the other kids that are going through that facility.
What CFG did for the Hartsey family represents St. John's in the mission that we provide living opportunities within nurturing environments of hope, dignity, and love. We loved Madden as he was. We did what we could to help him get through the most difficult time of his life.
Everybody wants to know how Madden's doing, how Kennedy's doing, and it's just so great to be able to say that he is doing good, and he's hitting all those milestones, and he's becoming that healthy toddler that he should be.